Kat Greta, welcome back to Australian Musician.
Thanks for having me again.
You've got a couple of older siblings who listen to classic rock.
Yeah.
You told me last time. When did you start developing your own taste in music?
Probably when I was about 14. So, yeah, I think my brother had a big influence in my musical taste, and he introduced me to Kiss and Led Zeppelin and things like that. And he actually gave me my first drum kit and played a lot of these kind of tracks to me. And then when I was playing them, I thought, hey, this is actually pretty cool music. And yeah, I suppose it just developed from there. A bit of everything. ABBA as well. It's like some pop music in there. And my sister was listening to Aretha Franklin. So, you know, she was a singer at the time, so she was really into other vocalists and exposed me to that side of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was really lucky to have a big array of artists.
So what was your first single or album that you bought when you had your own money?
It was Silverchair Freak Show. That was a long time ago, but I was introduced to them from my brother, and but it was like I really thought, no, they're fantastic. Despite my brother getting me into them, I really admired what they were doing at the time. Yeah, such a cool sound.
I interviewed you in 2022. You just released your debut EP, Get Up and Go, songs written by you, but you were the drummer, not the vocalist.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2024, you've re-released the EP.
Yeah.
But with you singing.
Yeah.
Obvious question is, why didn't you sing on the original?
I just didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could do a good enough job of it. And for my whole life, I thought I was the instrumentalist. I was always playing keyboard or playing the drums, but never the singer, because I grew up with amazing singers in my life. You know, my sister, my cousins, people at school, lots of my friends. Really, you know, they had the singing training and everything. So I thought, no, I'll leave the singing to other people and I'll focus on the instruments. But then, and it's only been a couple of years since I really started this journey, but since then it just, something wasn't quite sitting right. I just, I was playing the drums on stage and yeah, it's super fun, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted to get up. I just wanted to, grab the mic and start singing my own tunes. So it's been a gradual process of getting that confidence to say, hey, no, these are my songs. I'm not whatever this belief was before that I can't sing. Well, maybe I can, maybe I can practice and I can work on my vocals as much as I can work on the other instruments. Why not? It's just as important, So I started some singing lessons myself, and a guy called Peter Vox, and he's been amazing. Just in
perfect name for a singing teacher.
Yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, he's just been incredible at helping me develop my confidence and just finding some techniques. So there's just so many different ways of singing, and I think I'm finding my own style and feeling comfortable in that role as well.
Did you re-record the whole EP, or did you use the backing tracks from the last session?
No, we actually went back, and the recordings are the same, but Lindsay and I remixed the whole lot of it because my voice is so different to Charlie Lane's. He was the singer in the first version of the EP, and he's got a real, rock. He's a rock vocalist, real gritty. And my voice is a lot softer than that. It just has some different tones to it. So we had to balance the instruments around my vocals. So we had to go back to all the different parts, the drum kit, and balancing all the different parts of the drums and the keys, and adding some timpani in there as well, which was a new little addition, to the sound that I'm making at the moment.
Last year you released a single, Season to Believe.
Yeah.
Have you been writing much since?
Yeah, it doesn't stop. I just keep writing. Even though there's not much time in my schedule, it's really what I love doing more than anything. I love sitting down at the piano and just writing music. So, I've got plenty of songs up my sleeve. And now that I've got my new setup here, got the drums, and bit by bit I'm getting some equipment, so hoping to get my little studio together where I can chip away at it bit by bit and writing lots more songs.
What tools do you use in your songwriting? Do you use like GarageBand or?
I use Logic Pro.
Logic Pro.
Yeah, so that's been really handy for me. And production wise, I'm definitely not an expert at that. I will chip away at it and learn about it bit by bit, but my main focus is getting the songs right, and that's why Lindsay and I work well together, because he's so fantastic with mixing and mastering, and he's been helping me bit by bit every time I go into the studio at Birdland Studios. He allows me to make my own decisions and sort of make my own mistakes and correct them, and so he has been a guide and a mentor in being my own producer, so which has been fantastic, that I'm getting the confidence bit by bit to be able to do it myself here at home.
Let's talk about some of the gear that you use in your writing and recording. You're sitting next to an electronic drum kit.
Yeah.
What is it? Where did you get it? How long have you had it?
Yeah, so it's a Roland TD27 VK, which was an impulse buy, to be honest with you. I found it, and see, what I've really wanted to do for a long time as well was do some YouTube videos playing the kit and also using it in production. So I'm stoked. I'm so happy with it so far. It's taken me a couple of days to unbox it all and set it up the way it is, but I'm really excited for myself and for the kids to be able to play this. Like, the kids loving it, putting their headphones on and having a play. It's just so important, I think, having music in their lives, being able to play instruments and learning. So yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Behind you was your PDP kit?
Yeah.
Where did you acquire that one?
So I had that one probably 3 years. I got that one on Marketplace, and it's pretty much when I started my journey as an artist and I wanted to start gigging around. So I found this one. It was pretty cheap online. And it's been really great. We've been through a lot of adventures already together, like taking it to the beach with me. It's been beat up a lot, but yeah, I love it. I don't think I could ever get rid of it. Yeah.
We should say that you took it to the beach for a specific reason.
It's
to film a video.
To film a video clip.
You didn't just take drums to the beach.
Just randomly, It was for a video clip. Yes.
And behind you was the keyboard that you use for your writing.
Yep, I use this a fair bit for my gigs at the moment. It's been great. So it's my husband's keyboard, and so he sort of brought it and I've taken over. He doesn't play much anymore, which he should get back into it, I think. It's been super handy for me. Yeah.
As well as the EP that you've just released, you perform in a duo, Kat Greta and band.
Yeah.
You played a gig, I think, on the weekend at South Bank.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Tell me about that project.
Yeah, so it's a pretty new project. We got together probably a year ago, And my friend, a very good friend of mine, said, well, you know, I know this guy, I think you guys would be really suitable together. He plays guitar and sings, you know, you play percussion and keyboard, why don't you give it a go? So yeah, we started up, and it's like a cool little acoustic number where it's great that we're getting some gigs like the one at Melbourne Uni. That was a lot of fun. So we set up, and it was a beautiful day. So he had his guitar out. I had, don't have it here at the moment, but my marching snare drum, hi-hat, and little stomp box back here. And then I had this keyboard, and we were just moving around and having a bit of a laugh. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun working with Van. He's a great guy.
So do you sing with that project?
Yeah, I do. We both sing. There's a lot of harmonies there. So Van is the main singer, I would say, in a lot of the songs. I do some of the leads sometimes, but also loving the challenge of harmonising, and also as a duo, we're both finding that it's been a real good challenge for us because we're very exposed. There's so much to focus on within our own instruments and what we produce vocally and with harmonies. It's we really have to listen to each other. I think sometimes in a band environment you can kind of blend into everything, but when it's just a duo, you have to really lock in with each other, listen to each other, and you know, you give and take, and it's about balance and these sorts of things. So it's been the perfect challenge for us.
How do you find playing drums and singing at the same time?
Yeah, it's
There's
fun.
There's a bit of a history in music with Karen Carpenter and Meg from the
I
White Stripes.
love Karen Carpenter, yes. Yeah, she's been a big influence of mine, actually. And I don't know, it's just been a natural progression for myself, loving the drums and finding, you know, how I said I really felt like I wanted to stand up and move away from the kit and just have my own space. Playing the drums and singing, it's kind of working in the way that I can wear this marching snare drum and play, various percussion instruments while I move around and sing. So it's a different kind of energy than it is sort of sitting behind the kit. Singing and playing drums at the same time. Yeah, so I do need to focus. It sort of becomes like the drums are second nature. It's like motor memory because I've been doing it for such a long time. So I'm doing that, and my main focus is on the vocals, like what sound am I producing while I'm doing this other thing. And because I'm moving around a lot, I've got to think about mic technique and that sort of thing. So it's definitely got its challenges, but I feel really comfortable in that space, playing percussion and singing. Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
Speaking of percussion, let's have a look in your percussion box there and see what's in there.
Oh, I've got so many random bits and pieces. Okay, so where do we start? Little wood blocks. I have this wood block here. So it's even got my name, Kit Kat. This was given to me from a friend when I was 19, and even along with this box it came in, and it was such a sweet thing. So, I use that sometimes on stage. Little wood block and maracas here. And these. This one, I haven't had a purpose for this yet, but I'll get around to it. And a cabasa. Then got a little frog and a triangle. Oh, you got to see my triangle. I don't know why triangles have such a bad rap, but it's cool. I should probably attach it to my drums. There's just so much you can play around with. Percussion is totally underrated. Yeah, I was so lucky to have the opportunity at my high school to play around with these kind of instruments and find a place for them.
What's the biggest hurdles of cutting through with your music?
I would say that so many people are doing it. So many people are doing such a good job at it. And so there's a lot of high quality music out there. And cutting through takes a lot of hard work. It takes, constant perseverance at my craft and finding a point of difference as well. So that's been the biggest challenge for sure.
What do you know about recording now that you didn't know the first time you went into a studio?
Oh, it's there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn that you could never stop learning about it. And I just need to chip away at it bit by bit because I need to develop my ear. It's a constant thing to learn about, things on Logic Pro, for example, about the different instruments and the way that they sound and how they mix together, about, miking up acoustic instruments versus using MIDI. There's a lot to consider. There's definitely a lot. And that's why I feel so thankful for people like Lindsay Gravina who I can work with, and he's such a master at his craft, and he's teaching me all these things. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
We mentioned it in our last interview, but your family is very musical.
Yeah.
Your cousins Nick and Chris Sester from Jet, playing a gig with the MSO this year.
Yes.
Another one, Eugene from Chisholm,
going
out on the road as well.
Yeah.
Do you hear much from them?
No, I don't. It's probably been about 10 years since I've seen any of them. But yeah, it's funny how music has run in the family, and it just seems to be in our blood. It's even my brother and sister are very musical. So I love seeing what they're doing, and I'm so proud of what they're doing as well. I would love to get to their gigs. So you've just reminded me to get some tickets. So thank you.
So what are you striving for in your music career? Are you happy doing what you're doing now, or would you like to form a band and tour?
Yeah, I would like to tour a lot more for sure, and just keep chipping away at it, keep working on my skills as a musician, become a better drummer, become a better singer, become a better keys player. Like I said, it never stops. It's a journey, and I just love the learning process. So tours, albums, I just want to keep going. Yeah.
What artists do you look at and think that's the career I'd like to have?
I'd probably say the Carpenters. Yeah, I know I was talking about Karen Carpenter before, but she's really inspired me, and I would love to have that kind of career. Some of the greats from the 60s and 70s, their musical skills are phenomenal, and I would love to be able to be in that sort of space, be a musician up on stage and doing similar things. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing?
So the reimagined EP Get Up and Go is out now. Where can people buy it or listen to it?
Spotify, Apple Music, all those type of places. I've even got some records. I've got some records from when I first released it. And so on my website you can find a link and I can send it out to you.
So what's coming up gig-wise?
So gig-wise, I've got a few gigs, throughout the rest of the year, and then I'll be releasing a single in December and going on tour early next year. So I'll be going through regional Victoria and up to New South Wales to promote the single. So I'll be travelling with a girl called Hilda Green, and she's a great musician too. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, Kat Greta, it's been great to catch up again.
Thanks so much. It's been lovely. Lovely to see you in person.